Howdy everyone, I'm Bonnie Oberson, your podcast host of Bonnie's Legends, and what for an exciting week has been behind us. The podcast is back. We published the second episode of season 4, The Vlucht to Toma, which was the second part of my conversation with her. Listen to that one. We talk a lot about about how it is to be an indie musician nowadays, and social media and Spotify editorial playlists. And then yesterday, on Saturday, I pressed publish on the episode with Easy Ellen of Barrera. So basically Wednesdays I release an episode of my podcast, which I interview just everyone I really look up to. And yes, and then on Saturdays I release music episode specifically for musicians where they can showcase their new single, and in that case it was Izzy Allen of Barrera this Saturday. And I'm here now to introduce to you what we are going to have next week. What is on our schedule next week? So it looks like yes. Oh yeah, definitely. Tomorrow I'm going to release a playlist and a blog post called Pretty New Music. Again, but this time it's just a blog post where I post about my top 5. I post about the music that came out last week, and I will review individually 5 of them. Also shouting out what GPs and LPs have been coming out the previous week. So that's really that is really kind of my favorite day of the week. I really like writing those little reviews. And then on Tuesdays, I'm not sure. Yes, last week I published an album review of Maggie Watcher's Surrender, where I first write and include a poem that is inspired by the album. So basically a poem that includes the song titles, but still, it's like a poem of like my feelings and whatnot. So if you haven't read that one, it's out. It's the Maggie Watcher's Surrender album review, and so I'm not quite sure yet. I don't have an album picked out yet, so maybe I'm just going to do this bi-weekly where I publish an album review of my choice. Although I've been thinking a lot about Molly Birch's Daydreamer, so let's see. And on Wednesday I'm going to publish the 3rd episode of season 4, which is the Alicia Papa from Stop the Things They're Doing. I don't know why this took me so long to my mind was just like, what? So really excited for that. That conversation was held, I think, that episode was recorded like a year ago. Wasn't that long ago, but like a year, like 1.5. Well, it's been a lot. It's been in my hard drive for a while now, and I'm really excited to put it out. So that one is coming out this Wednesday. We're talking really about her journey of Stop Thinking, Start Doing, how she founded her business, and how also we talk about her journal. She created a journal extra for creating sustainable habits, and just like the monthly check-ins. Pretty cool. You should listen to the episode that's coming out on Wednesday. And then on Saturday again, we're putting out another episode of A Pretty New Music, and that week it's going to be Dafna, where we talked about what's more romantic. Obviously Dafna has really released a couple of songs since What's More Romantic, but I'm still excited for this conversation to be out. And What's More Romantic is still on repeat on my end. So I'm really excited for that conversation to be out. And that's about it. Maybe to say to that, if you're a loyal listener of this podcast, I really appreciate you coming on here and listening to my episodes. And maybe you discovered me because one of your favorite artists has been on my podcast. Maybe you've discovered a new indie artist for me. That's always the biggest compliment someone ever gives me. It's I listen to, for example, I listen to Dafna all the time because you interviewed her a year ago. That's always wow, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you found Dafna for me. She deserves the entire world. to be listened to. And I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Maybe to share some bits of behind the scenes, I really enjoyed working on the podcast again. I kind of do this. I spend a lot of time doing this podcast. If you think about, like, it's in a way, it's like just a hobby, right? Because I don't get money to do this, but it's not like a job. But it feels like a job. It feels like a good job, and maybe in the future, something's going to happen. But maybe it's not. Maybe this is a good passion of mine, and I really enjoy spending so much time on this podcast, and creating the visuals and the socials and editing the podcast episodes, recording people. I just recorded a new one today that's coming out in the next year. To say to that, I am looking for new artists to interview about the new singles. So if you have a single coming out until the end of the year, please reach out to me and we can arrange an interview so the episode can come out and support you during your release. And then also, if you're not a musician, I'm looking for people to join me on season 4 part 2. So I decided to split season 4 in 2 parts, mostly because we have a new year between that, but also just because season 4 part 1, so the episodes I'm releasing until the end of the year, are really episodes and conversations I had in the previous 2 years, and I've never really uploaded them or edited them. So I'm kind of really excited for them to come out, but I'm also really excited to upload new stuff. Yes, and there is probably also going to be an opportunity for you if you're writing album reviews or singles, or there's going to be an opportunity for you soon and in the new year. I'm working on it. So lots of exciting things happening behind the scenes, and despite all that, I really enjoy just spending time with the stuff that's currently coming out and promoting it, and doing these weekly reviews. Love that. Yes, that's all for this week. I really hope you enjoyed last week's content and you are excited for next week's episodes. Can't believe I'm publishing 3 episodes a week, but I do, and it's exciting and I really love it, and I hope you do too. Happy Sunday, Monday morning, whenever you're listening to this. Bye! Howdy, here's Bonnie with a quick ad. I started podcast recording. What I missed from the beginning was a platform that allowed me to record my interviews with my guests in a way that gives me complete overview over the entire situation, over the audio quality, video quality, internet connection. And exactly after 3 years of podcasting, I finally found my platform to record on. It's called Zencaster. It's so easy to record a podcast on Zencaster. Log in using your browser and start recording a high-quality podcast right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Feel a sense of zen, knowing Zencaster's multi-layer backups ensure you always have your recordings in highest quality, even if the connection is unstable. All you have to do is go to zencaster.com/pricing, that's spelled zencastr.com/pricing, and use my code BonniesLegends, that's BonniesLegends, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencaster pay plan. I want you to have the same easy experience as I do for all my podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story.